So that's our entire show. That's cool. We're going to have a lot of videos go to black if that happens. It's really ridiculous. All right, so look at my sheet. Thank God I've been writing these down. Well, how is it a problem with the rundown? And how did we notice it just now?
Live from the 409, MCT Credit Union presents the 409 Sports Blitz on 12 News.
Hello and welcome to the 409 Sports Blitz. It is week one of the high school football season, and, well, we got underway with kind of a blowout.
Yeah, a little unexpected one here.
That's right.
The purple blood is not feeling too good for you.
It's okay. We're going to be
all
okay.
right.
But, you know, it is our game of the week. It was Port Arthur Memorial taking on a P&G team that went 3 rounds deep in the playoffs. Before the game, Coach Morgan in his coach speak saying, you know, we're just not very good right now. We could be good. We know what that means, Coach. We're going to pick things up here early on. Jeff Joseph era has arrived at the reservation, and the P&G defense, at least in that opening series, looked solid. Nice hit in the backfield there. They would stop them on a 4th and 2, and they would get the ball back. P&G would drive down, but miss a field goal. Here comes PA back with the ball. Jacorian Baker, and that boy is gone. 61 yards down Main Street, touchdown, Titan tempo, extra point is good, and it is 7-0 Memorial. Now Indians trying to respond, little screenplay here, Cole Crippen over the top, and nice defensive play there. It's an interception going the other direction for Daryl Thornton, and the Titans are setting up shop again. Baker for the touchdown, 14-0 PAT at this point, and they're not done. Titans going to keep pouring it on, especially here in the first half. Davion Wilson, he's around the end, and he's got himself a touchdown through traffic, 34-3 in the final. Port Arthur Memorial wins it 50-15. That's your final out here, and I was looking through some history because that's what I do. That is the worst season opening loss for P&G in school history going back to 1925. And I'm sure you're not going
to. I sure like to hear that.
I'm sure you're not going to be too rough on me right now.
No. We have some good banner and appreciate what you do for the kids. But I tried to tell you which helmet to pick before the game.
With that, Cam,
Coach,
you can ask the first
you said
question.
you had the individual talent before the season started. What did you see about your team, the way your team played tonight?
It was good to see. We got a lot of improvement to make. You know, we still made a lot of mistakes, but we knew going through spring and summer that individually we had a bunch of pieces, and we've got to put it all together. And you know, all these pieces. None of our offensive skill guys played varsity football last year, so new quarterback, all that stuff. So you know, there's things we're going to continue to get better at. But it was good to see them go out and execute.
So it panned out in week 1, yeah.
The one thing you can't do, and you never have been able to do against any Port Arthur team since the beginning of time, you can't make mistakes. P&G made a lot of them, and you give your team credit. Y'all took advantage of every single one.
Yeah, our defense is really, really talented. Year in and year out, it's not a new thing, and we practice against them every day. So we deal with it every day and understand that. And sometimes I think you take it for granted when you see it every day, but then you see the game speed and how fast they play. It's really fun to watch.
Now, also, one of the better defenders tonight was the turf monster, because you almost had a couple of big balls to one of your transfers from Louisiana there. He almost had him a couple of scores.
Yeah, my man Goody, I don't know. I guess they don't have turf over in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, so he's not used to playing on it. But no, he's a really talented kid, and I know his mom's gonna be hard on him for not finishing those plays.
All right, Coach. Thank you as always.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate what you guys do for kids.
You're welcome, despite all the hard
Thanks,
times.
Coach.
You know, I pull for y'all every other game for the rest of the year. Coach Morgan, thanks so much. Class act, one of the best here in Southeast Texas.
Say the Titan tempo is looking pretty good in week 1.
Titan tempo is on full alert. The entire state should be on full alert because they're bringing it, and they're bringing it early on. So let's take a look at the next highlights we have. We can go on and just see what's going to pop up on the big screen. It's going to be Nederland and West Orange Stark. First game of the Hiawatha Hickman era as the Mustangs and Bulldogs go at it, and that is going to be Jamal Shaw breaking through, and he's got himself a big pickup there for a first down. The Stings would score on the very next play. Pick up the action. Adam Trosclair, transfer from Fort Bend Christian's going to go over the top, finding Ribeiro, and that's a first down. Doggis. Come on, doggies, do your best. And they're moving right down the field. Then it's going to be Trosclair over the middle, and actually sideline nearly picked off inside the 5-yard line. You know, that Mustang defense can do that to a lot of people. Stings with the ball. Keyshawn Robinson, and just look at the speed. They gave 112% tonight, and the Mustangs, they have beaten Nederland tonight. Your final was 32-0. All right, so we're going to move on here. We're going to check in with Sapphire Cervantes a little bit later on. She's going to have a live report. Plus, she got to eat some good food tonight.
Yeah, looks good.
She was texting me actually more about the food tonight than the game.
I was a little jealous of that, yeah.
She was. How about we move on to Lumberton and Hampshire Fayette? Those guys were playing a good game tonight out there at Longhorn Stadium.
Raiders and the Longhorns, like you said, Ash. And we go to the highlights here. First play of the game, it's Lucas Powell. He's going to be in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking for Caleb Cook over the middle. He's got him. Plenty of room to run to the sideline, turn it on the Jets, and that is 6 points early for Lumberton. Nice little pitch and catch there, and the Raider fans are loving it. The students fired up in the student section. Second play, little deja vu here. It's shotgun for Lucas Powell. This time he's looking for Brady Fusler. Look at the air underneath that ball. Downfield, Fusler in stride. A perfect pass, and that is going to be 6 more for the Raiders, and of course you're loving that if you're a Raider fan. Now let's see what Hampshire Fayette can do. Under center on the 1. Just trying to stuff it in there, and they do get it in for 6. Dante Zano there on the QB sneak. And as we go to the score, Raiders and the Longhorns.
Right now, I can tell you, Lumberton is leading that one 38-31 in the fourth quarter. Let's move on. Keep on going with that highlight machine. Hardin Jefferson and LCM 38-31, as we said. Yes, HJ LCM. This game actually started yesterday when I was there at BISD Memorial Stadium. We're going to pick up the action here first quarter. Damarion Morris, and he's picking up right where he left off. This senior is going to be one of the best running backs in the 409. And look at him weaving his way across the field. He's going to be inside the red zone. Huge pickup there to start the game inside the Hardin Jefferson 10-yard line. LCM from there, after Morris left the game, after he lost his helmet, Reynolds, he's going to keep it himself for the score. And it was a 7-0 lead for LCM. HJ, they've ditched the slot T as Zach Bass is taking over as the head coach. And that is going to be Connor Mouton looking to Rashard Sears. Nice gain there. But later on, Mouton going to the well a few too many times. He's going to look right there to Sears again. This time picked off, going the other way. Jonah Fuller takes it from there. Now, knocking on the door, LCM looking for the touchdown, but Fuller fumbles after that. Storms moved in. The game was finished in Port Arthur today, and the final, 35-0, LCM wins it over Hardin Jefferson.
A 2-day football game.
You don't see that every day.
Not every day.
How about Silsby and Vider?
Keep it rolling. The highlight machine, Silsby and Vider. We know Silsby, they've got a team to be reckoned with this year. The Tigers looking real good. First play, it's Draylon Miller on first down. He's picking up a big chunk, and man, is he tough to bring down. It takes a gang of tacklers, finally bring him down. Silsby again on offense. This time they're going to the air with it. It's Mason Brisbane, but it's to Draylon Miller again. A nice jab move. He is getting to the sideline, plenty of speed, and that's going to be the first touchdown for Miller of the game. Making it look easy out there, but the Pirates, they weren't going down without a fight. They're going to be looking to make an interception here. This one's a bad throw. Argo with the pick. He's got some room on the sideline. Going to get all the way down inside the 10. A nice play there on defense for the Pirates, and can they capitalize on it? Yes, they can. Jarrett Odom, the quarterback, going to keep it himself. Says, anything you can do, I can do better. Now Silsby back on offense. Not going to be Miller this time. A different running back going to be taking this next handoff. This one's for Mr. Williams, J. Ron Williams. Shaking a couple tacklers, getting to the outside, and that one's good for 6 as well. This one, a little out of hand, Ashley.
That's right. Silsby wins it tonight, 48-7. The Tigers, yes, actually that score is wrong, folks. That score is wrong. Silsby won this game. That's a flip-flop there. Silsby has won it 48-7 all over the Pirates tonight. And, yeah, just a tough start. Silsbee, though, ranked top 10 in the state.
Yeah.
They have a chance to do some big things. And the fun thing is, them and West Orange in the same district, and don't forget about Jasper.
Yeah, and that Draylon Miller there, you just got to see it early in the season. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
That's right. He's being recruited by just about everybody, and you understand why. That's going to bring us to our first time out, but as we head to our break, it's time to introduce you to our 409 Sports Blitz Band of the Week. Ooh. It's the Marching Heat of Port Arthur Memorial.
And now, the Band of the Week.
How you doing?
Memorial High School Blitz are 12-time champions. This week's section of the week is the trumpet section.
And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz Week 1 underway. A lot of games are still wrapping up, some in the books, including right here. Turn out the lights, the party's over. Port Arthur Memorial beats P&G 50-15 in the reservation.
Feels good to be back. And so you were saying I wasn't here for any of the game, but so the first half there's a lot of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers. Okay, I can tell you what happened right away. P&G's defense stops them, forces them on a fourth down, stops them, misses a field goal, 61-yard touchdown.
Ooh.
Interception going the other way. Memorial takes advantage, touchdown.
Kind of
fumble on the kickoff. Another Memorial touchdown, and that's just kind of how it was.
Spiraled out of control from there.
And one thing you cannot do against a Port Arthur team,
no.
You cannot make errors, and P&G made just about every error possible tonight.
They get the tempo going, and they start to speed up the beat.
And
Look out.
It was rough, and I'm going to be honest with you. P&G, they scored a couple of touchdowns there in the second half. Port Arthur was making some moves there in the second quarter. They were pulling out starters, starting quarterback. There's no reason to put them in harm's way this early in the season when you kind of have the game in hand.
Yeah, and I don't want to bring up that stat again for the Indians fans watching, but
worst season opening loss in program history, and P&G football goes back to 1925.
Okay. That's a little tough.
That's one of those things. Well, how about we go to the highlights right now? Newton taking on Anahuac at Kyle White Stadium. The Eagles, they're ranked number 3 in the state, expected to do some big things, but I'm telling you, keep an eye on Anahuac. Brady Barrier, transfer quarterback there, is going to find Robert Bailey, and that will set up a Panther touchdown. But, you know, those bald eagles, by the way, you got to earn your stripes at Newton. That's why all these helmets, they don't have the stripes down the middle. You've got to earn those. So these are called bald eagles. Deep pass here from Malik Woods with the touchdown there to Weston Gibson. He's going to march into the end zone, and Newton's got things rolling. How about that Woods to Gibson connection once again? You know, you think of Newton
as a running team,
running the ball, but I can tell you when they were winning state, they could toss it around as well. Pick this up. That's Landon Corbett, and he's done some big things before as we have scripts flying around out here. That's what happens when you're in the elements. Touchdown there for the Panthers. Thank you for that catch there, Cam. Going the other way, though, Malik Woods going to take it in for the score. Going to the final in this one. It was a good game between them, but Newton would ultimately pull this one out and take the win 30-14 over Anahuac.
Yeah.
Final.
I guess that's what you'd expect, but Anahuac is still a good fight, and they're going to be a good team.
Okay, so we're going to hopefully check on James Grant. We're having all kinds of, which you don't see as
Hey,
folks.
it's week 1. You got to shake out the cobwebs a little bit.
We've got some live people all over Southeast Texas tonight, and call it the atmosphere because the humidity.
Yeah,
it's just not cooperating with things tonight. But the good thing is we have plenty of highlights to get through, and that includes the game you were at, the Orange Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
The
Bayou Bowl?
The Bayou Bowl. The Orange Bowl's next week. Sorry. The Orange Bowl's next Thursday. The Bayou Bowl's tonight. And no, that's not the right highlights, folks. That is the game of the week. They were repeating themselves. But it was tonight. It was Orangefield taking on Bridge City. And, you know, anytime those two get together, it's fun.
It's going to be a good matchup. How about that? I got that shot of the trophy there.
The Buzzy Gun Trophy.
There you go. And as we kick things off, Orangefield on offense, Gavin Perry-Cochi getting to the outside. He's got the step. That's good for 6 to start things off. Orangefield taking the lead early. Bridge City struggled a little bit. A fumble here on this play, but this is actually going to get them the ball. They're going to be inside the 10. You think you're knocking on the doorstep. Great chance to score. Hutch Bearden, the quarterback here, going to drop back under shotgun. He throws across the middle. Look out. That's intercepted by Kane Smith, and he's still on his feet. He's got a couple blockers. You can guess it, Ashley. 97 yards. He is going all the way to the house. I was so excited I could hardly keep up with him. Touchdown there for Orangefield. They're going to take the lead by 2 scores there. That was probably the play of the first half right there. Kane Smith, 97 yards on the pick 6. Now Bearden again trying to get things going for the Cardinals. This one a bad snap. That's not going to help that's going to make matters worse, I should say. And then here just towards the end of the first half, kind of padding the stats. Bearden scrambling out, and he finds Jarris Brown for a nice pickup. Cardinals just had a hard time getting the offense going there, and as we go to the final, it didn't get much better in the second half either.
No, it didn't. That's right. Actually, that score is incorrect. I can tell you over here, we had Bridge City lost this game, but it was 28-9 is the score that I got reported to myself. 28-9. So, yeah, big win, though, nonetheless, for Orangefield.
Orangefield, they look good. They look good.
Definitely did. How about we go out to another game tonight out in Winnie? That's East Chambers taking on the Kelly Bulldogs, and we got ourselves a fumble, and the ball is going to go the other direction. Kelly ball. That's going to set this up. Anthony Mazzola going to find Nehemiah Beverly, and it's a first down for the Dogs. But they wouldn't get anything out of that, okay? Jacoby Peralt. I say it every time. I graduated with his dad.
He's a player.
And he can move. Look at those moves. Gets the big first down for the East Chambers Buccaneers. Now it's Jaden Thibodeau. He's going to take it right between his blockers there for the touchdown. Buccaneers on top and starting to get some momentum at this point. How about Peralt going to find Peyton Anderson, and he is going to be inside the 5-yard line. Oh, Buccaneers knocking on that door. Now West, he's going to just rumble his way in for the score. Touchdown Bucks. It was 14-0. Then how about Garrett Reeves with the score, 21-0. You get the idea. East Chambers, they roll over Kelly. Your final was 42-0.
Watch out for Peralt and those Buccaneers this year.
They definitely had things clicking tonight.
All right, we're going to keep the highlight machine rolling. Now it's Corrigan and Buna. Last year was my first year. I said Buna.
Yeah, you can't.
Now it's Buna. Buna. And we're at Cougar Stadium kicking things off. It's Brendan Hippler. He's in for 6. Hands in the air. Yep. just like the refs. That's good for a score. Now Buna, quarterback, going to drop this one. Maddox Murphy scooping it up. He's got a cavalcade, but he does get tripped up there before he can make anything happen. Either way, going to get his team the ball. So you see there, 6-0 early in this one. Now Corrigan with the rock. Christian Guzman going to bounce it to the outside. Tripped up, but that's good for 6. Referee there to see that one over the plane. So 14-6 was the first half here. So we got one more play. Javarian Williams for Corrigan. That's good for another touchdown. It's 14-6 at the half, but as we go to the close to the final, I know it was in the fourth quarter.
I can tell you it has gone final. Corrigan Camden has beaten Buna. Don't mind that score, folks. The final was 28-21. Bulldogs knock off the Cougars tonight. So how about last night out at Hardin? I can tell you that Tarkington was taking on Evadale. We're going to get to those highlights here in a little bit. I can tell you that. Yes, there they are.
Rebels.
Hardin Hornet Stadium. They're playing this one because you know what? Their field is just too dang wet out there in Evadale. And that's going to be Gary Farr to Devin Terrell for the touchdown. And it's a 6-0 lead for the Rebs. Now it's Gary Farr over the top to Devin Terrell, and look at the bobbling catch. Unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh.
That might be the play of the week. Not going to give anything away, but just saying it might be. Now it's Farr. Going to find Ethan Buford for another touchdown. And you know what? Evadale's looking good.
They aired out.
They're looking really good at this point. Final seconds of the first half. It was a 12-7 lead for the Rebels. Tarkington, they're going to air it out. Trace Edwards, deep ball, and that's going to be picked off by Isbell. 12-7 at the half, but as we go to the final, Tarkington would rally to beat Evadale.
Wow.
The final from last night was 35-18.
Comeback.
That was Tarkington's first win since October 30th, 2020.
Wow.
So, big win for them.
Long time
Evadale,
coming.
though, they're going to bounce back.
You know they will, and I like the way they throw the ball.
They do like, they like to throw the ball, and that Tarkington's a bigger school. They went toe-to-toe with them. And next week, ironically, Evadale goes back to Hardin to play against Hardin this time.
Oh, all right. Now they can play on each other on the right field.
They know the stadium. They know the locker room.
Yeah,
they know where to get snacks at halftime, so they're going to feel right at home.
Yeah.
Speaking of right at home, we don't want you to get up at home because we are not done. We're going to try to work out some bugs, hopefully find our reporters.
Yeah, they're out there somewhere.
And if not, we have some other things to talk about. That's coming up later on the 409 Sports Blitz. I didn't like those guys.
Yeah, we were a little shocked.
Do we have Letitia's highlights? Do we have Letitia's highlights?
I gotta stop.
Okay, Lamar Westbrook. So we'll start off with Lamar Westbrook highlights and then go to Letitia.
Oh, all right. I got her highlights. I gotta learn to just stand still.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Can you hear me? All right, so we're going to start with Lamar Westbrook. Highlights. Go to Letitia, and then we'll do the Game of the Week recap since we've already talked to Coach. All right, and then it's the Hit of the Week and a break.
Yeah, I gotta stand still. My hair, I know. I don't even tell me. I don't want to know. I'm getting like glue next week because I'm on his side. If I was on your side, no, it's too much to go. The way the wind's going. I don't want to see it.
This is where Mike's high.
You heard me talking about my hair.
All right, we're going Game of the Week now.
Mauriceville Broadcasting, you're watching 409 Sports Blitz on 12 News.
And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. We are dealing with wind We're dealing with humidity. We're dealing with,
A little bit of everything.
Cam currently looks like he's a member of the flock of seagulls. I can't describe what's going on
Like
with your head.
an anime character.
That
or
might be
something.
no, it's from the 80s. Look it up. I know that was well before you were born.
Educate me, all right.
A flock of seagulls. I've already made one tweet, but now your hair looks exactly like it.
All right, I'll take it.
This is what you're talking about.
It's a little windy out
Just
here.
killing some time
can you
before we
do?
talk about the recap of the game of the week. It was P&G. It was Port Arthur Memorial.
It was unexpected.
It was.
Well,
They've
I
met
don't know.
each other 3 times on the field. Every game was decided by 8 points or less.
Yeah.
I mean, all-time scores were separated by literally a point. So you're thinking, good game. Well, unfortunately, it didn't go Jeff Joseph and the Indians' way. We're going to pick things up here. The defense looked solid. This was early on. And they would stop Memorial on a 4th and 2. They would take over, drive down, and miss a field goal. You kind of felt that momentum shift the other direction. Sure enough, Ja'Cory and Baker make sure that momentum's going the other way. He's going to take it to the house. 61 yards for the touchdown. And he had 7-0 Titan Temple. How about Cole Crippen? Picked off by Daryl Thornton going the other way. The screenplay not working out. And the Titans have a short field. And you cannot give these guys a short field because they're going to take advantage. Baker in for the touchdown. And it's a 14-0 lead for Titan Tempo. And it's getting out of hand here in the first half. This is second quarter. Davion Wilson, he's going to rumble his way through for the score. 34-3 at half. And the final tonight, Port Arthur Memorial taking down P&G 50-15.
Yeah, I walked back in. It was like the third quarter, looked up at the scoreboard, and I was shocked.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just one of those things where, and it gets going to, it just snowballs.
Yeah.
It just snowballs.
He's a missed field goal, and then
The missed field goal, you felt like P&G early on because their defense is what they're supposed to be known for this year. They had that stop, and the kids looked like they believed.
Yeah.
And they went there, and they missed a field goal just barely. It hits the upright, actually. And so it's like all that momentum you had kind of disappeared, and you're square again. Busted the big play. And you feel it, okay, it's starting to tick that way. And then, all of a sudden, turnover, another touchdown, and then it just
that
felt like
tempo starts to pick up.
yeah, the wind was just knocked
Look
out
out.
of them.
Look out.
Some tempo that was hoping to go in the right direction was Westbrook. They were taking on Houston Lamar.
The Bruins, yeah.
Let's
Houston
take a
Lamar.
look at those highlights.
We got these highlights here. First play of the game, and the fans there in the camo. As we go to the first play, it's going to be Jordan Reeves. Little trick play. He's going to throw downfield to T.J. Roan, 78 yards. It completely fooled Westbrook on that one. Lamar Houston is jumping out to the early lead. He's not stopping. He says, come on, boys. Darius Simeon.
Houston Lamar.
Houston Lamar.
They're
My
from
mistake.
Houston.
I know Lamar.
H-Town represent.
Lamar's close by.
Yes.
Darius Simeon, touchdown run there. Short one. Get Westbrook on the board. They're bouncing back. Loving that. Chest bumps all around. Now Rosenthal going to go downfield to Tristan Brown. They are airing it out for Houston Lamar. 63 yards that time on that connection. He's doing the same thing. Chest bumps all around. Now, other side of the ball. Bad snap. Uh-oh, that is in your own end zone. Tackles come in. Westbrook, nice play there to force the safety against Houston Lamar. So adding some more points to the board. They're going to get the ball back. And how about this? Terrell Smith, 98 yards. He's going to go on this play, has to pick it up. Finds a little hole. And he's got plenty of daylight in front of him. Down the sideline he goes. I might have been looking at the camera there on his way by, waving goodbye.
Hi, how
Letitia
you
there.
doing?
He said, I'm going 100 yards for the touchdown. Big time play there. But as we go to the score, Westbrook not able to get it done.
That's right. They lose
week
tonight, 56-22. And Lamar's one of the better teams in the Houston area, and just too much for the Bruins tonight. Tough start for them. But you know who was out there to take in all the action? She is basically the Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium sideline
The
reporter.
queen of BISD.
That's right. Letitia Kahe out there standing by as we speak. And Letitia, we are so happy to see you right now. And just, take us back through this one and what happened to the Brook tonight?
The fans came out. It was a packed stadium. But, Westbrook, unfortunately, did not come away with the win, as you said. But it was kind of to be expected, because let's talk about this Lamar Houston team. They have a lot more returners this season. They were at the top of their game last season. And they are just very efficient on their running and on their passing. So, they had a lot of advantage over Westbrook coming in, a much younger team. A team that lost their main quarterback in Bryce Anderson and now have Roy Jenkins, who came over from Kelly. So, he's trying to get his footing in, and he's trying to lead this team. I mean, the one problem that Lamar Houston did have, though, was that they had a lot of issues snapping the ball. You saw that in that highlight there where it resulted in a safety, and that was about the only issues they had. I mean, off the snap, just 78-yard touchdown pass, incredible. A lot of that going on tonight. And again, Westbrook, they did try to go toe-to-toe with them in the first quarter. I was very surprised with how they played in that first quarter, but it did get away from them, and they didn't stop. They showed a lot of fight tonight. It was really unfortunate for them, but their Achilles heel tonight was penalties. Penalties. In the first quarter alone, I counted 5 penalties for about a total of 40 yards. So every time they got the ball, they would get pushed back, and it was very just difficult for them to get things going. Now, they did have some long drives as well, but again, in the end, just outpowered by a much more experienced Houston Lamar team. So Ashley, Cam, not something they wanted to see to start the year, but again, things that they can build off of moving forward.
Appreciate you, Letitia. Yeah, tough start for Westbrook, and hopefully they can bounce back next week. Appreciate all the hard work you did out there for us tonight. And, speaking of hard work, some kids out there were doing some hitting tonight.
Yeah. Hey, first week, you got to get the hits in.
That's
got to
right.
get your licks in on the first week.
And it's almost like we should talk about the hit of the week right now.
The hit of the week, and it was a little guy. Let's go to the hit of the week.
The hit of the week.
It
Brought
was
to you by
East
Campbell Portable Buildings.
Chambers in this one. And it's brought to you by Campbell Portable Building. East Chambers in this one. Defensive back is going to step up and make the big hit, laying him out. We're going to get another play back of it in slow motion. This one was Darius Green stepping up and laying the lumber. Clean hit, good form, using the shoulder, no helmet to helmet. Jacking him up for our hit of the week, Darius Green. Even the little guys can hit Ashley.
And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz, week 1 of the high school football season. I'm telling you, the wind decides to pick up right when we go on air.
Papers flying everywhere.
That is not the best when we have papers on.
I'm going to have hair gel next week. I'm going to pin it down.
I really like it. I'm telling you,
You
we're
like
going to start playing Flock of Seagulls to open the show, and you're just going to sing along. It's gonna be a
Rock
great
out to
night.
it. All right.
Besides singing along, and that's always a fun night, how about
Eating along.
Eating along?
Eating along? I don't know.
Do you
That's
eat
where you're
along
going with
with
that.
I don't eat along.
Eat along with us. That's what they're going to do.
Okay, so tonight, when you went out to a football game, you probably know at your stadium the best food to grab. Sometimes it's in the stadium, sometimes it's the booster club, sometimes it's the tailgaters. But you know what? No matter where you are, we want to know what you eating.
Well, guys, the 409 Sports Blitz is back with Game 1, Nederland at West Orange Stark. And, of course, it wouldn't be Friday night football without some Friday night fuel. I'm here with Marvin at All Smoke Barbecue, and he's cooked us some tacos, it looks like. So tell me what you're eating, Marvin.
We're eating some brisket burrito tacos. It's one of our favorite dishes, one of the go-tos that people like to get when they come to us. You know, they enjoy it. You know, it's brisket with our homemade burrito sauce. You dip it and you enjoy all the different flavors that come with it. Our family's been cooking for years here in Orange, Texas, and I kind of picked up the family business from my grandfather. And, you know, we like to just come out, you know, to different events, you know, to bring food to anyone and, you know, try to share the love around the community.
And how do you think the food represents West Orange Stark football? Is it good as the football team?
Man, hey, this brisket is good as the football team. I'm telling you, man, you know, when boys work hard, they always worked hard, and we work hard on our food, and we take our time with it, and, you know, it resembles that.
All right, and before we go, Marvin, obviously we got to do a taste test because we can't end this segment without tasting all the yummy food. So once again, just tell me what it is while I grab a big chunk of this meal.
Right here is the brisket burrito taco.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to start sending Sapphire with napkins, obviously, when she goes out, because she's going to be a mess by the time we see her on air.
That was a good bite.
It was definitely a good bite. You know, we got a good bite tonight when we were in Port Neches. What we try to do, this is not a sponsored thing or anything like that, but when we're in a town, we try to stop by somewhere, you know, that the locals like to eat at. And I live here in Port Neches. You said you wanted pizza, so in Port Neches, went down Knoll and checked out a little brick oven pizza.
Brick oven. I would say it was solid.
It was some
It was
solid
really
pizza.
good. No, it was really good.
And their new management wanted us to remind it, after football games on Friday night, they're going to be staying open until midnight.
Staying open late. After party.
I remember when I was growing up around here, we would always go out to eat after the games because people used to stay out late. It was a time to either brag on, you know, your rival or something like that. And if you're from PNG, just go enjoy some pizza tonight.
Right.
You know, it's a rough night.
Yeah, there you go. Drown away your sorrows in pizza.
But, you know, this is just week one. And last night it started out with a monsoon.
Yeah.
You know, tonight it's just been craziness with wind, humidity, and everything like that. But that's what high school football is.
That's what it is.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
It's so fun. Week 2 is going to be even better. And you know what? Our game of the week next week, you're going to have to wait till Monday to find that out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it.
No. Monday at 6 o'clock, if you join us on 12 News on 409 Sports there, I'm going to be releasing the game of the week.
Got to set your
We've
DVR.
got a couple of bowl games being played next week. There's the Orange Bowl, and then there's the Rice Bowl. So there's 2 bowls right there.
My hunch is it's going to be one of the bowls.
I'm thinking we're looking at bowls. Unfortunately, we don't have a gumbo bowl because that's what we really need.
Ooh.
Not maybe now. It's kind of hot, but yeah.
A little gumbo.
Not looking too.
Maybe that's our next local spot.
We got to invent a gumbo bowl just for that. But we're going to talk about a few of next week's games that I have written down and not really preview them, but just give you an idea what's on the radar for next week. And that's coming up next after the break on the 409 Sports Blitz.
The Play of the Week, brought to you by 5 Point Credit Union.
But before that break, we've got the Play of the Week. Gary Farr going to Jody Isabel.
I just don't know how this happens.
Look at this catch. You can't really appreciate it right there. Really.
Wow.
You got to slow it down. You got to zoom in a little tighter. Look at Jody. Look at the concentration. He bobbles it. He keeps his arms underneath it. That ball never touches the turf. That's a catch. That is the 409 Sports Blitz Play of the Week.
Wow.
And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. I'm over here trying to take a look at next week's games because, you know, these were some good ones right here. But there are some big-time ball games coming up next week, and we're going to get things started on a Thursday night, actually.
Ooh.
That's right. Manville and Westbrook, that game is being played on a Thursday night. Bruins got it handed to them tonight by Lamar.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to bounce back. You know, young quarterback there.
It's definitely going to be a tough game because Manville, the Anvil, if you will, they are usually a powerhouse that has crushed people for years. But there's been a new high school that's opened up in their district. So some of those great athletes have been sucked to the other side, and other ones have gone to Shadow Creek. So Manville's not the exact same Manville team as they have been in the past. So that should be an interesting one, though, to check out on Thursday. P&G, they go from playing speed to more speed next week. Beaumont United, by the way, they played a close game tonight, and I just got the final score from that one. They lost to Brazos Wood 35-32 is the last score I saw there. So United, it looks like they're going to be trying to get in the win column. And P&G, they played a heck of a game against each other last year.
Couple hungry teams. Yeah, you got to think P&G. It's going to be a tough week of practice if you're a P&G Indian, I would think.
You think, you know, you got some things to work on. The main thing that they're going to have to do to get better next week is hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
You cannot turn it over at all. Some other games coming up next week as we keep moving along there. I can tell you that on another Thursday night game is a little further on, but Nederland and Port Arthur Memorial, that is a Friday night game, and the Dogs just got it taken to them by West Orange Stark, and now you're running into the buzzsaw. That's Port Arthur Memorial.
That's a tough start to the season right there.
Definitely the mid-county schools. When you looked on the schedule, you're kind of excited seeing those schools get together like that. And now maybe you're not so excited to rekindle rivalries.
No, I wouldn't think so. After watching what Port Arthur did tonight, I would be not so excited about that.
Hampshire Frenette and East Chambers. You know, that's one of those bowl games.
Ooh.
It's a Friday night bowl game.
That's the Rice one.
That is the Rice Bowl. You know, we're going to get your dogays all loaded up. We're going to head out to Winnie. That is if we go out there.
If we go there.
We definitely have that one on the radar as one of our games that we could possibly go to. Another one, though, is a Thursday night contest.
Ooh.
That's an Orange Bowl there. West Orange Stark, LCM, both teams rolling right now to start the season.
That's going to be a ball game.
And that game is going to be played at Bridge City on a Thursday night.
The turf there, right?
The turf of Bridge City's Larry Ward Stadium. Going to be a good one there. And, yeah, how about Newton and Woodville? Newton's a team that looks really good, ranked number 3 in the state. Woodville, they only lost to Franklin tonight by 10 points.
Huh. I'm going to have a hard time picking anybody going against Newton. I just don't know about that.
You definitely are going to have a hard time there. But you know what? Despite all the fun of week 1, we are coming to a close. And when we close every week, we like to close with the band of the week. Yeah. But we don't want to just say good night without going over, you know, probably I'll say the team of the week. I'm giving it to Port Arthur Memorial.
Yeah. I think it's.
We don't even have that as a segment, but I'm saying team of the week, Port Arthur Memorial.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, you come out against a team like P&G that was expected to win the game. I mean, by all hands, and come out and beat them 50-15.
To let you know what these, I don't know if you'd say, experts like us, we don't know a lot in week 1, and it shows right there.
It's hard to.
Dave Campbell's Texas Football, who's supposed to be the authority on the entire state, they had P&G favored in this one by 11 points. The computers from California, as weird as it is, they are right all the time, had Memorial winning by just 8 points.
Even Coach wasn't so sure about his team coming into the game, and you got to see them on full display.
We've learned about Coach Speed. We've learned about that. That's going to bring us to a close tonight on the 409 Sports Blitz. Thanks for joining us through it all. Before we say goodnight, let's take a look at the band of the week one last time. It's the Marching Heat of Port Arthur Memorial.
And now, the band of the week.
Mr. Alex Worth